Now, I know I'm pretty early on the Christmas front, but come on, I think we're all looking forward to finally finishing this really weird, annoying year. None of us have been through a major pandemic like this before. And thus I feel like it makes the festive seasons a little bit more interesting because we end up looking at gifting in different ways. Obviously, there's a large focus on local business. There's a large focus on ethically sourced products and a lot of focus on actually spending time together where we can. I mean, there's no really guarantee, is there? I mean, even in New Zealand, we have very, very little cases, and there is no guarantee that we're going to be spending Christmas together, so it does make for a very interesting Christmas. Speaking of gifting and Christmas, this video today is sponsored. Now, I've featured this brand on my channel before, Luisa, and I really, really love them, and I'm about to tell you why. Now, I know that many of you are altruistic just like me and about various issues. One of those issues for me is supporting companies who take responsibility for making sure the way they source their products is ethical and environmentally friendly. Luisa not only provides luxury jewelry without the luxury markup, but they offset 100% of their carbon emissions, starting with the sourcing of their raw materials. We all know that many organizations which source material to make jewelry don't do so ethically. Plus, cheap materials and or unethical handling can still be high markups, up to 10% that of the cost of production, and many of which aren't even recyclable. Therefore, supporting a business who fair trades with Mother Nature, such as Luisa, can leave you with a full heart this Christmas as we close off this very odd year. I've worked with Luisa before on this channel, and I am absolutely in love with their jewelry. In fact, I loved it so much that I wore one of their pieces during my wedding in Las Vegas last year. I love that Luisa's jewelry is really elegant yet simple. It can go with anything, and when you wear it, you just feel so good. And I want you guys to feel good too. So Luisa is running a Black Friday sale because as Christmas is fast approaching, you guys all need to get your INFP something really special this Christmas. Get their limited offers in the description box below and what you can see on your screen. I'm in fact wearing a very special piece today, which I'm absolutely in love with, and it says Be You, which I think is really cool because it goes hand in hand with what this channel is all about. So nevertheless, if you want to know what to gift the INFP this Christmas, whether you are a family member, a friend, or a loved one of an INFP, or unless you're an INFP yourself and you're trying to figure out what you like, well then stay tuned for this video. In the lane, the snow is glistening, a beautiful sight. So the first one on the list is a unique experience. We're all about the message behind something, or learning something, or being able to express things. And I think in terms of having a unique experience, we're able to latch on to that experience and remember it for the rest of our lives. And for us, that makes our life worth living. Many INFPs probably love to go traveling, love to have cultural experiences and learn a great deal of things from different walks of life. And in this particular situation, it is very interesting because many of us obviously can't travel very far at all. And therefore, there is a special focus on local experiences. Now, the world is full of very unique and beautiful locations. And even though you may feel like your area is pretty boring, and trust me, I've been there because you're always interested in something you haven't really seen before, you might be surprised as to little gems in the rough around where you live. In New Zealand, we have Hobbiton. If you're a big Lord of the Rings fan, you'd absolutely love the idea of visiting that place. We have the Waitomo Caves where we have glowworms that you can go and bask yourself in. I mean, not in the glowworms, but you know what I mean. We have Queenstown, which is our adventure capital of New Zealand, where you can go skiing, although I'm not sure what it's like at this time of the year because it is summer. All you need to do is a little bit of digging where you are locally, and I'm sure you'll find something that could absolutely interest the INFP that is in your life. They would absolutely appreciate the effort that you're going in, especially to source something locally, to be able to contribute to your local economy, which again, it all comes down to that bigger picture. And if the INFP knows that they are helping while receiving their gift, then it just makes that gift so much more special.
Are you listening in the lane?
The next one is a symbolic gift, and this can come in any way, shape, or form. It is incredibly unique to the INFP that is in your life, so it could really be anything, as long as that gift has a message behind it. INFPs lead by the introverted feeling, so therefore the way that they experience the world is internalized, where they base everything that they experience on their values. If you can find a gift that is really symbolic and goes with their values, it's something that they value and something that can add to the bigger picture for them, they'd absolutely appreciate that. So whatever kind of value that INFP has, it is about understanding those values and meeting them. With my sponsorship today, if your INFP is into jewelry and they are also into jewelry that is ethically sourced, well then Anna Luisa might be a good go for you. Other kinds of gifts could be something that's handmade by you. It could be a plant that has a certain meaning behind it. It could even be naming that INFP after a star. I know that there's an organization out there that names stars after people, and I mean, it's such a bizarre gift, but you know, whatever floats your boat. A lot of INFPs are into crystals and spiritualism and being able to connect with the ether, and again, this goes back to what they value. We are driven by that inner core value that we have. And if you can find a way to enhance those values, if you can find a way to give them a gift that really touches on that value, then again, you've done a good job.
Are you listening in the lane?
The next one is gifting to their favorite charity, and this one I think is more important than ever in 2020, because obviously so many different kinds of people of all walks of life have been affected by what's been going on. For me personally, I would like the idea of people supporting mental health and suicide awareness. The suicide rates in Melbourne have increased by 14% in their second lockdown, and that's something that I really care about, as well as people's health, of course, but you'll find that every person has their own kind of values, has their own situations which they support, and the INFP in your life probably has a cause that they want to push. And if you can give them a gift of donating to their favorite cause, especially in 2020, you've met a really great need of theirs. INFPs are incredibly altruistic. They're incredibly passionate about certain causes that they believe in, and these beliefs can be anything. For them, it's all about the larger purpose in life. It is about following on a path that is true to themselves. And if you can acknowledge that and give something that adds to that, again, they will thank you forever.
A beautiful side.
And the last one is gifting something that can contribute to their hobbies. INFPs unfortunately have a little bit of a tendency of not being able to meet basic needs. I know that sounds really funny, but when it comes to their hobbies, for example, I would let something break down or completely be on its last thread before I would replace it, and it's happened before on my channel with my SD cards. I just run them until they can't run anymore, and I don't know about all of you other INFPs out there, but as far as I'm aware, we do have a tendency to procrastinate and let the practical things slide. So if you can gift your INFP something that does add to their hobbies, like you could gift them certain tools if they like to build things, like work on machinery, motorbikes, but a practical gift would never go amiss. And in fact, I think it's probably my favorite thing to have gifted to me. I don't know where I would be without the dryer my father-in-law gifted to us as an engagement present. I don't know where I'd be if my father-in-law didn't gift us new tires for our car a few years back. All of those things do really tend to help, because then that INFP can focus more on the things things that they really love to do instead of try to sort their lives out in a very practical way, which can be very frustrating. In fact, why don't you pay for a housekeeper to come over and just clean up the INFP's house a little bit, because no doubt it's really messy and they can't get around to cleaning it. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If there's any other gifts you think the INFP might like, comment them below. And again, before I go, don't forget to check out Anna Luisa and their Black Friday sale just in time for Christmas. For now, you guys, I hope you have a really good day, night, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you guys all again for the next video. Bye.